Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Now it is starting to feel like the holidays are coming. Here we have Guerlain Holiday 2025. I was already planning to purchase all of these products, but then I received a gifting opportunity from the brand. I accepted, first time ever by the way, which is so exciting. I am incredibly grateful. If you've watched my videos for a long time, you know that Guerlain is one of my all-time favorite luxury brands. I've been purchasing with them for years now. I feel like in a way I've hit a milestone to even be offered a gift. So huge thank you to Guerlain, huge thank you to all of you for always watching and supporting my videos. So let me show you what we have. I'm gonna start by unboxing the product I'm most excited to try this year because it's only my second eyeshadow palette from Guerlain. The first palette I ever purchased was last year's collection. The pink, the red, it was very bold, very evening, vampy, very festive and fun, but not as wearable. I love the idea of these colors because I imagine myself wearing them throughout the holidays, but then on a regular basis as well. And I was so impressed by the texture, the formula, the quality of the eyeshadows from last year. I knew I just needed to get my hands on a palette that was a bit more neutral. The origami textured 3D packaging is so stunning. I knew it was going to be even more beautiful in person, and it truly is. I love the mixed metals, the silver and the gold. This is really, really special. And then you open it up, and I like that you have kind of the essentials. A medium intensity matte brown eyeshadow down in the bottom corner. This is my comfort zone right here. But then we have a silver and a gold in case you want to do something festive for a holiday party, and a really nice kind of satin chocolate shade up here at the top. This definitely feels like a very wearable palette. We might not have rhinestones, but we still have some gilded glamour. The pinks and the reds from last year haven't seen the light of day since that review. And I guess I'm just a sucker for a high quality neutral. I also appreciate the amount of eyeshadow you get in this palette. For example, to compare, in this new Hourglass eyeshadow palette, you get 1 gram times 4. This is 1.5 grams times 4. The Terracotta Luminizer in shade Rosy Gleam threw me for a loop the first time I unboxed it because I wanted to check my order. And it looks so different in person than it does in photos. I hope the camera will do it justice. I've been trying to move it around to see if the camera can really pick up the difference. I don't know how the camera can pick it up because I can barely see it in person. I know my eyes are going, but the first time I opened it, I thought, oh no, maybe I was accidentally sent the wrong one. I don't have any of the terracotta highlighters, so I was still really overjoyed and just grateful and thankful. But this is the Rosy Gleam, and when you look very close, you can tell that the top is pink or kind of rose gold, and then the bottom is just pure gold. But if you just look at it, it kind of looks the same. Either way, I'm excited to try it. It looks incredibly sparkly. This looks like a bright, blinding highlighter. The iconic meteorites. These are always the star of the show. This is Midnight Glow, the light revealing pearls of powder to set, correct, mattify, and illuminate. They added stars to the pearls this year, so it reminds me of a box of Lucky Charms. For the lips, there are 2 shades of the lip oil, 2 lipstick refills, and of course, the refillable case. This is the Rouge G Double Mirror Jewel Case in Stellar. What's fun is you can always collect the cases and then just swap out the lipsticks since they're refillable. So this is lipstick shade 131. It's a really beautiful nude shade. And then this is not part of the holiday collection, but they also sent over a trial of their new skincare treatment, the Abbé Royale new 7-day youth treatment. It comes with vitamin C and black bee honey ampules, and you're supposed to apply them 7 days in a row. So I haven't started the treatment yet, but this is something that I am planning to do. I want to test it out properly. I'm back with a fresh base and we are going to put this palette to the test. I think it's sort of obvious, but with a fluffy brush, I'm going to start in this matte shade down here. This is the perfect crease color. Amazing pigment right away. I'd say it definitely pulls a bit warm, but it's so easy to blend. I love their matte formula. So fast and easy. I've been playing around with so many sheer textures lately, but this is the total opposite. It goes on the lid very opaque. And then same thing on the other side, just buffing this out in the crease, making sure it's really soft and blended. With the Rephr 13 mini brush, I'm picking up the same shade. We already know I'm going to use this on the lower lash line, so might as well knock it out now. I may go back and add a little bit of that darker chocolate shade, but this just ties the entire look together. Usually if I'm playing around with metallics, I would go with either silver or gold, not both, but we clearly have a mixed metal situation all over this palette, so I want to try both. I'm going in now with this Pro Concealer 45 brush. This is from Sephora. I think I only have one of these and I need to pick up a few more. It's a concealer brush, but I like to use it as a flat shader brush for the lid. This is perfect for picking up shimmers, metallic shades. So I'm going into the silver first. This is going on the inner lid. Oh wow. That is frosty. I cannot get over how good the Guerlain eyeshadows are. Compared to other luxury brands, it is so impressive. This almost feels like one of my Natasha Denona palettes. And it was pressed really hard into the pan. I wasn't sure if it was really going to come off silvery, but that's silvery. I love it. One feature I absolutely love about this brush, not only is it flat, but it's tapered to a point. So it works really nice for getting right into this corner. The inner corner of the eye can be somewhat tricky, but this brush is the perfect shape. And I guess it makes sense since it's for concealer. That point actually should be working on the bottom side of the eye to really pack in concealer and blend out this area. But if you flip it up, it works really nice above the lid as well. And it's so flat, it gives a really crisp, sharp edge. If you want it. Same brush, I'm just flipping it over, and now I'm picking up the gold, and this is going to go on the outer lid. I'm going to start blending in the center. Ooh, that's a pretty gold. It looks so yellowy in the pan, and I don't typically love a really yellowy gold, but this is looking really nice. Especially mixed into this silver. It's not too yellow. These shimmers are so interesting. They're soft shimmers. I don't know if I would really say it's metallic, but it's shiny and not glittery at all. It's really, really pretty. And then same thing on the other side. Just tapping that gold to the outer lid. Going back quickly to touch up the crease, I'm using a Sephora 26 brush. I found this really cute dual merit eyeshadow brush with the perfect tiny precision side. So I'm using that teeny tiny little point. I'm picking up the deep chocolate shade and I'm going to run this on the lash line. This would also look really pretty all over the lid for a deeper, smokier eye. It's like 9:30 in the morning, so I'm not going really dramatic today, but if I were going out in the evening and I wanted something deeper, that chocolate shade is perfect. And I'm softly winging that out. I can't help but feel like Guerlain eyeshadows are criminally underrated. I never really hear that many people talking about them. Maybe they just need to keep expanding their eyeshadow palette range. But the quality is really impressive. I took the eyeliner all the way in. I usually just start about halfway, but I was curious to see what it would look like. I really like it. We're not completely done with the eyes just yet, but I absolutely love this palette. It's exactly what I hoped it would be. The texture, the formula is incredible. Great color payoff, not a lot of fallout. The matte is really pigmented and creamy, easy to blend. The metallic shades are super sparkly and luminous, but not heavy, not chunky. Easy to work with and wearable colors. Next, we're opening up the terracotta highlighter. Now this is a little intimidating. It's very, very sparkly. The luminizer in Rosy Gleam. I'm going to use this to quickly highlight the inner tear duct area. That way I can get an idea of how sparkly it is. So I have a little precision brush. And I'm just sort of rubbing it all over. Not concentrating on the top or bottom. I don't think it really makes a difference. Ooh, See, that's what I was thinking. And I don't think it's just an overspray. I think the highlighter is just really sparkly. But do you see how intense that is? I think this is going to be really beautiful as an eyeshadow, definitely as a highlighter for the inner corner. I'm afraid it might be very glittery for the face. I'm going to do my best to be light-handed. I'm just going to do like one little swipe. Oof. It's glitter, like chunky glitter. You can see the pieces of glitter. All right, well, we'll just have to see. Ooh, yes, that's very frosty. It's pretty. I like that it has a translucent or transparent base. So it's not going to get dark when you turn out of the light, but you can see up close that there's a lot of micro glitter. It's very pretty. I'll probably use it during the holidays just because it's so blinding. Definitely not an everyday highlighter. I think this is going to be really beautiful as an eyeshadow, as an inner tear duct highlighter. It's beautiful on the body for the holidays. It's going to be really beautiful. But just know that it's very glittery. It's sheer, which is nice because even though it's glittery, you may or may not like that, but at least it's flattering on the skin because it's so fine and it doesn't have that deep shift to it. I feel like a glazed donut. Okay. There's a lot of sheen going on, but we still have to test the meteorites. These are the meteorites in Midnight Glow. It always comes with a powder puff, but I've always find the best way, or at least the easiest way to use the meteorites is with a really fluffy brush. We're testing everything today, but in the future I would probably skip the meteorites if I was using this highlighter, or vice versa. If I were going in with the meteorites, I would maybe use a different highlight. So there they are, so beautiful, and we're just gonna swirl. This helps get rid of that really flat, powdery finish to the makeup. It leaves the entire face glowing. Not too shiny, but definitely a little bit more luminous. When you use a fluffy brush, it also allows you to do one final blend with your makeup. You know, you can kind of go over all of the bronzer, all of the blush one last time, and just soften everything up with the meteorites. It's very bridal, whimsical, very angelic, and it just leaves a final little sheen to the makeup. Since the lipstick is nude, I'm going in with a Dior lip liner first. This is 259 Nude Ribbon. I wanted something neutral, but a little pinkier. This is the perfect contour for the lip, and I'm just blending that in a little bit just to soften the line. Here we have the beautiful holiday packaging, so stunning. The beautiful case comes with a convenient mirror. Perfect. I love this nude. I'm definitely packing this in all of my holiday clutches and holiday purses for parties this year. It's so festive and beautiful. I quickly touched up my hair. This is the final look. I absolutely love the way everything came together. I actually think this is one of my favorite makeup looks that I've done when I've tested so many new products all at the same time. It doesn't always end well, but today I love this makeup look. Even though the highlighter is on the glittery side, I think as long as you are light-handed and you kind of use your finger to sort of blend it into the makeup a little bit, I think it works. I mean, I don't think it looks too bright. I still probably wouldn't use it on a daily basis, but for an evening out, for a date night, for a holiday party, absolutely, it's stunning. The meteorites, beautiful. The lipstick, gorgeous. This eyeshadow palette. The rhinestone compact from last year will always have my heart. It's one of the most memorable, iconic luxury makeup pieces in my collection, but this color story is so holiday and festive, but simple, easy to use. You're not going to feel overwhelmed by these colors, and they're just really flattering. And I do really like the origami packaging this year as well. I can't get over it. I think this makeup is so perfect. It feels elegant, sophisticated, it feels luxurious, and it feels very different from a lot of the other luxury holiday makeup collections this year. So huge thank you once again to Guerlain for sending over the collection this year, and that completes today's initial review. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, you liked seeing the demonstration. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be tagged directly to the video and listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.